The latest Wes Anderson film is so Wes Anderson, it's hard to see it as anything more than the culmination of all his idiosyncrasies. So naturally, it hasn't been very well reviewed. It was clear from other opinions of Asteroid City that people found this to be a disjointed and meaningless artistic exercise from a filmmaker who is worse than pretentious. He's solipsistic. Apparently, this is a film which is designed to be inaccessible and is locked away in Anderson's dollhouse, as one critic observed. And I truly can see where they're coming from. But I've enjoyed all his films to date, so I'm not the right person to go to for a scathing critique. Asteroid City has some Zizou and Tannenbaum and Moonrise all swelling together with a strong dash of dispatch to really up the meta ante and leave your mind reeling as you go, wait, 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 wait. So it's a TV special about a play which we see as a movie?
Let's say that again. What? What the hell are you talking about?
Or did I misunderstand that? I found myself at times growing a little frustrated with this one, even as a fan of his work, because Wes refuses to give us anything more than artifice from most characters. Why is Maya Hawke in this film? Does her character really provide anything worthwhile other than a few funny lines, a cute face, and a nice dance sequence? I liked it, but, her character really doesn't add anything to the film, so cutting back to her from other more interesting stories was just a whole lot of okay. Furthermore, previous films have given us chapters, but now we not only get title cards for each act of this play we see as a movie, but also the specific scenes they entail. This affects the film's rhythms as title cards disrupt several sections within each act and constantly pull you out of the experience. And then you get additional confusion thrown in as the film yanks you out of one story and plunks you down in another, only to wrestle you once more from that position and toss you over into a new one. This is conveyed with cuts from a film set to black and white theatre to TV studio with little context, and in between we're expected to remember a bunch of names and details about characters playing characters.
Let's say that again. What? What the hell are you talking about?
And yet, with all that being said, I enjoyed Asteroid City and I recommend you go see it. I really think it's great. There are moments of fantastic humor and pathos like all Wes Anderson's films before. There are moments of perfection even, such as when Schwartzman's Jones Hall auditions for his role in Norton's Conrad Earp's play. Seriously, look at the sexual tension when those two eat ice cream together. And there are also moments of quiet beauty, such as when the alien finally arrives and every character is bathed in green light. It reminded me a lot of when the Zizou team finally sees the jaguar shark, and it works just as well as that scene did. We also get to see ScarJo's breasts. It's a quick flash, but it counts because I saw nipple.
You see nipple. It only counts if you saw a nipple.
Unfortunately for ScarJo, she can't compete with Léa Seydoux from the French Dispatch. Léa reigns supreme as the heir apparent to sexiest French woman. I think Carla Bruni still holds the crown. The story of Asteroid City picks up in Asteroid City. No, wait. It starts with Bryan Cranston's host performing for a studio camera as he explains the process behind the creation of the play Asteroid City.
Right.
And then we get the actors acting as actors acting in a play which is the movie. Just go with it. The TV show is about the play Asteroid City, which we see as a movie called Asteroid City.
Right.
ScarJo plays Mercedes Ford, who plays Midge Campbell in the play which we see as a movie. Jason Schwartzman plays Jones Hall, who plays Orgy Steenbeck in the play which we see as a movie. They have a fling together in the play as a movie, but not in the TV show about the play, while their eldest children in the play about the movie each fall in love with each other, but not in the TV show about the play.
Right.
There's a lot of characters, and just about all of them are played by known actors, as Wes enjoys taking the A-list cameo to its most ludicrous extremes. Margot Robbie's in this for like 3 minutes. It was a good performance. I think she had buccal fat removal done to her face, which was a mistake. Seriously, ladies, don't do that surgery. It's idiotic. The plot is too much of this and then that and a bit of whatever, so forget about it. Plot doesn't matter. Just trust how you feel when you're in that cinema state of awake and yet in a fantastical dream. There's a town, there's an alien, there's a lockdown, characters fall in love and characters grieve and characters worry about minutiae. But all of that is taking place in a play, and the actors playing those characters are going through their own emotional turbulence. An actress fights with the director gets a divorce, the lead actor doesn't understand the part he's playing, the playwright is trying to figure out a scene he can't quite crack, and then there's Bryan Cranston talking about all of this because it's all set in the past and the play we see as a movie was such a hit that it's become legendary. The play in the movie, not the movie itself. I don't think Asteroid City, the movie, will be a hit. Ultimately, I think you're shown the artifice to illustrate how it isn't relevant. The plot, the characters, all of that just doesn't seem important to Wes and Roman Coppola, so it seems like they want you to focus on something else. Which is? I think it's the act of creation itself.
Right.
I think this is a story about the construction of stories, meaning, and identity. So how actors or directors build this physically and visually, for it's not just about writers and their words. And so Wes uses the environment of a play to that end. Every character stares upwards at something they don't understand and are moved to awed silence by this thing. Every character declares you can't wake up if you don't fall asleep. And so it is that through immersion in an art, either as a participant or a viewer, one falls asleep to their reality and wakes up into something else which can illuminate one's own life and nature. At the same time, characters often ask throughout the film about the meaning of life and purpose on this earth. For them, like us the viewer, each is asleep in a character they are playing, and when the play ends, or, death, they wake up to enlightenment. So just stop sweating all the big questions, man. Plot, meaning, intention. I think it's a very absurdist take. Jason Schwartzman's Jones Hall, who is playing Orgy Steenbeck, is the interesting one in the mix, as he's questioning the character he plays, and fails to understand why his character does what he does. He's then the only self-aware participant in the dream. When asking for more insight about his character from the director, he's told to simply keep doing it, even if you don't understand it. In that sense, the film does a good job of conveying how one should continue living their life, even when you don't understand any of it, and to focus on what can be controlled, such as taking a photo, or smoking a pipe, or laying pipe with ScarJo.
You see nipple. It only counts if you saw a nipple.
Or I don't know, maybe it was just an excuse for Wes to hang with his friends. Or maybe it's a mood piece. Yes, that could work. Do I sound knowledgeable?
I don't know.
Another element to the film was how all the little human things matter more than whether aliens are among us, or if we're watching a movie or a play or whatever. It's about connecting with family, with those we love, with selling some worthless land or having a nice drink on a hot day. Little moments we can have control over in spite of an unknown and vast universe. Or maybe it's all just soulless trash. Maybe postmodernism ruined art. Maybe Wes Anderson fell off and we should ignore him because he's a hack. But I don't think so. And I'm having fun thinking about the movie, which is a play, which is an episode of TV, which is a lot. Either way, this is a great experience for fans of Wes Anderson, and probably is only going to be enjoyed by them. It's quirky and discordant, and you have fun the whole way through if you're willing to let go and trust the director. Asteroid City is not my favorite of Anderson's films by any means. That probably goes to Darjeeling Limited. But it's a worthwhile experience, and I recommend you go see it. Perhaps you'll walk away with a different interpretation, or perhaps you'll hate it. No matter what happens, you can say with certainty that Wes Anderson is a unique filmmaker, and in a world of the anodyne and soulless, it was nice to be served something vibrant and fresh. Thanks for listening.